see. She lost love. So
We're live on YouTube.
Hello and welcome back to Improv Every Day with Zach at ImprovBroadway. I'm Zach A. This is ImprovBroadway, and this is the show where I play improv games with my best improv buddies. Joined with me is, where'd you get that dress? Shae McCombs.
answer the question.
Oh, I don't remember.
There wasn't a question.
Where'd you get that dress? That was a question.
I forgot the question. That's crazy. And joined with me is 14 days, 57 minutes away, Jasmine Jackson.
Confirmed.
Ask her a question.
Yeah, ask me.
Where'd you get that shirt?
For my work, it was free. Pride Month. Yeah.
You wear a lot of your work
Yes,
merch.
all I wear is my work merch.
They don't
do you.
expect that for you, do they?
No, I just am like, t-shirt.
Yeah, they look
Free
good.
t-shirt.
Free T-shirt.
I thought it was a Kodak. I thought it was like a picture thing or a Polaroid. And that's what
And
they were
it's
going
not.
for. And this is
Something
your first
better.
time tuning in. We're going to play some improv games. I'm going to make some stuff up. They're going to make some stuff up. But we love it when we're able to do it based off of your suggestions. So if you have classic improv games you want us to play, type them in there. If there's games you don't think we've ever heard of, type them in there. If there's stuff you think we could make up on the spot and do for the first time, type it in there.
I bet we have. I bet we've heard of it all.
Yeah, so...
I challenge you.
So good luck.
I bet I won't have heard of most of them.
But we're going to play a game called Character Advice Panel. I'm going to endow you two as characters, and you two are going to answer my real-life advice questions as these characters. All right. Jasmine, the character you're going to play is Martha Washington.
Great.
Okay. Problematic.
And continuing on the Martha theme, Shae, you were going to play Martha May Whovier from The Grinch.
Oh, wow. Timeless.
Problematic.
Yeah, honestly. But hot.
All right. Let's see here. My first question is, what is a nice gesture that I can do for someone that I'm trying to make amends with? Martha Washington.
Yes. Oh, it's important that you make amends with the people in your life. And I'd say I always take advice from my dear husband, George. And if you want to make amends, give him an apple.
Thank you, Martha. And you can pull from your own life, too. Don't feel...
Oh, he is my life.
Sad.
Martha May Whovier, what's a good gift to start making amends?
Zachary! Buy an antique. It'll be darling.
How old of an antique?
Must be at least 100 years old.
Thank you so much.
Zachary!
Thank you, Martha. All right, let's...
Something green.
We'll get to it. Don't pull them all out right now. Don't waste all of them. Hold up. All right, let's see here. I'm struggling now with fitness, whether to focus on looks or how I feel. Martha Mayhew, what advice can you give me?
Build the muscles.
Awesome. Martha Washington, should I focus on looks or how I feel?
I've forgotten how I speak. I think it's important that you don't worry about what anyone else thinks. It's between you and God.
What would George think about that?
Oh, George would think many wonderful things. I won't pretend to know.
Very good. Awesome. My next question is, I struggle with finding time for rest in the grind. How often should one rest while still hustling towards one's dreams? Martha Washington.
Well, you need to have a wife to hustle for you. When you come home, you should be resting. You work at work, and then you come home and you rest.
Martha Mayhuvier, what do you think?
Christmas. Don't do work on Christmas, Zachary.
And that's game. Very good. Sakura. So, really, the two lines you pulled from is when we first meet Martha May. What's her name?
Betty!
And then from the flashbacks, the muscles.
Well, I pretty much said all of her lines. I said, an antique, isn't it, darling? That's a straight up quote.
Straight up quote.
I love that you know these.
I know. And then I said the muscles.
The
And then I
muscles.
said green.
You got so generous.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think. I was trying to do the thing when he, like, scratches the car with his green fig, and she's like, oh!
Or when he falls, he's like, "Ooh."
There's just not a lot of movies about Martha Washington.
I know. That's true.
It's okay.
I thought you were going to say Martha May, and I was like, they should have done a spin-off of her
Absolutely.
life. She's such a priceless character.
Yeah.
Truly.
All right, chat. This is your reminder. If you have any improv games, suggestions, or characters you'd like us to do, drop a comment below. But let me check in with the GG for the TTYTT. Any suggestions there?
Gabe
I
Goldman.
think you're surplus 1T. Anyway, we do have a request from YT for Back in My Day, and we've got some suggestion options from TT.
I love a good jump out. We're going to play Back in My Day. Here's how this game works. It's a jump out game. It's a one-liner game. And the formula works like this. Back in my day, we didn't have blank. And then we pretend to be old people, make some sort of pun or punchline. But because I'm looking at it right now, back in our day, we didn't have cameras. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Back in my day, we didn't have cameras, and if you wanted to capture a moment or a memory, you just grab the person and take them home.
Back in my day, we didn't have cameras, and the only person who used Polaroids was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Back in my day, we didn't have cameras, and if you wanted a good shot, you took out the musket.
Back in my day, we didn't have cameras, and instead of shaking it like a Polaroid picture, you just shake it like a baby. Sorry.
That was parenting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we didn't have cameras, and the only thing that made me shudder was Baba Yaga.
Back in my day, we didn't have cameras, and if you wanted a reel, then you'd have to wake up from the Matrix. Keep it real.
Keep it real.
I thought you were going to go with fishing on that one, but no.
I should have.
No.
Life's a conspiracy.
All right. Speaking of movies, back in our day, we didn't have movies.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and the talkies were just those ladies down the road that wouldn't shut up.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and if you wanted to fast forward, well, you died.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and the only Lion King we had was Henry VIII. Tell the truth, King.
Shaking your finger.
Oh, wait, I want to redo what I did.
Okay.
Okay. Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and if you wanted to fast forward, you made like Lance Armstrong and doped up.
I'm glad you redid it.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and if you were fast and forward, you were a loose woman.
Oh.
Trying to outdo me. That's low.
It's called building, dog.
Building the world.
World building.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and if you had a remote, it meant you had to redig the moat around your house.
Those castle people.
Classic castles.
Classy.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies, and the silver screen was a cage we used to trap Satan.
Oh.
Back in my day, we didn't have movies. We had stillies. When you stayed still.
Oh, I could watch a stilly all night. All right. Wonderful. Speaking of night, speaking of bedroom, speaking of beds, back in my day, we didn't have beds. Back in my day, we didn't have beds, and the only comforter we had was the Holy Ghost.
Amen.
Amen.
Back in my day, we didn't have beds and pillow. I hardly knew her.
I hardly know.
Pillar. Oh,
Pillar.
I know her.
Oh, a pillar.
Back in my day, we didn't have beds, and duvet was some French philosopher you didn't want your wife reading.
Back in my day, we didn't have beds, and the only monster underneath the bed was my wife. And I said, "What are you doing under there? What's that called?" She said, "It's a bed." And that's how I discovered beds.
So you did have one back then, is what you're telling me. Back in my day, we didn't have beds, and a headboard is what you'd use to discipline your children.
Ooh!
Smack them.
Ooh!
Back in my day, we didn't have beds, and a Murr fee was a tax that Commissioner Murr would put on the town.
Ah, the Murph.
The Murr fee.
Murphy, curse ye, Murr.
All right, last one. Back in our day, we didn't have dentists.
Back in my day, we didn't have dentists, and we didn't have teeth neither.
Back in my day, we didn't have dentists, and the only crowns we had were worn by that Lion King Henry VIII.
Tell the truth, kid.
Ooh, tell the truth, King.
You'll be hanged for that.
Back in my day, we didn't have dentists, and Novocaine was just a good time.
Back in my day, we didn't have dentists, and all gas was laughing gas. That crap's funny.
Back in my day, we didn't have dentists, and if someone was in your mouth, that's inappropriate.
All right, well,
I was going to say something about cavities, and I decided against it.
what was you doing in my wife's mouth, dentist?
Looking for cavities.
All right, chat. This is a wonderful reminder that if you have any games,
Oh, wait,
improv
I have a
suggestions-
weird story.
Oh, please.
Okay, I
Give
have
us a good hook.
I have a friend, well,
So
a
this
hook.
is the story of blank.
Okay.
I have a story about blank.
I have a story about a creepy dentist. It's quick. I have a friend who went, and he said that he was flossing him just with the normal floss, and then he was like, "Oh, do you ever use the ones with the handle?" And the dentist said, "Only when I'm flossing women." That's weird, right? I don't know why it's weird.
Do you think he felt too aggressive holding things like this?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like you're about to strangle somebody. I'm on his side.
Classic. Yeah, I just feel weird about
Yeah,
it.
I don't know why it's weird, but I'm like, why make that distinguishment, sir?
Yeah. Keep
I
that to
hate
yourself.
that. I hate that. And that's going to keep me up at night.
Well, and also because they say that the hand flossers aren't as effective as the traditional flossing.
Who says that?
They
That's
do say
big
that.
floss companies.
Big floss.
Yeah.
Because they say that you're supposed to do a different piece of floss every time you go in each tooth.
Oh, it's bacteria.
they
That's
say it's the
thing.
bacteria that moves to and from.
Who's they?
Big floss.
Big floss. Exactly.
But here's the thing. If you floss first and then mouthwash, I don't see the problem.
Who should care? And also the
Who
big
should care? Who should care? Not I, says me.
Big floss. That's
Big floss. Who should care? What a great t-shirt. Who should care?
Who should care? Someone should. But who should it be?
But who should it be? Legit question.
I ask you, America.
Awesome. Thank you for that story. All right, chat.
horrifying.
Reminder, too, if you have
I'm
any
like,
improv games,
just felt like they
characters,
just
or
gonna give
suggestions
us
you want us to riff on, leave it
separation.
out the champ. But let's check with the
Ladies'
TTYTT. And what does YTT mean? It stands for YouTube. Come up with a T word that makes sense.
YouTubity tube.
YouTubity tube.
That's
There we
what,
go.
that's literally where my brain went.
That's what we mean by TTYTT.
I'll give you two suggestions from TT. One is from Morgan. Morgan says processed cheese. And
Gross.
Rusty says 150 years old at least.
Cheese and old. We just did back in my day.
Yeah.
God darn it. All
I
right.
could keep going.
No, I've got a game idea.
Okay.
So this is going to be partial to Jasmine, who's getting married in a couple weeks. So this is called Countdown.
Zach's obsessed with that.
I know.
Well, we
Stop
gotta
talking
milk it, well, because you're gonna be married, and
Then I'm gonna be all wife.
And then we swore not to speak of it. What's gonna happen?
Speak of the sooner one.
Well, you have like a unique energy and a unique perspective. that
Is
you
it
just won't.
happiness?
It's mostly bundled stress.
Oh yeah. Wait. What's the difference? I'm like, I'm so happy right now.
So here's what's gonna happen. It's your wedding,
Yeah.
and you're her best friend.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you timelines before the wedding. So X number of time before the wedding, and you're gonna do a real quick, just snippet of the scene showing emotionally what that feels like. Okay, so I'm gonna go quick. I'm gonna go down, countdown to the wedding. Okay. All right. So the first one is 150 years before your wedding.
There's light.
And I made darkness.
This is why we work well together.
So hold up, real quick.
I am God, and the world was created 150 years
before your wedding.
And I'm
Ago.
God too, and we're in love.
and we're best friends.
Okay.
We're best friends.
Flash-
In
flash forward.
love. Soon to be lovers.
1 year before the wedding.
Hey,
My mom's coming to stay with us for a year.
what?
Mother of God.
That's amazing. But
You guys don't have to hold on to the God characters.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I think the first one was just a gag that we'll probably cut out.
we'll delete it.
Again, you're the bride,
Yeah.
and you're the friend of the bride. You're supportive of your friend who's getting married in 1 year. All right.
Jennifer, as you know, I just recently got engaged. And I have a very important question to ask you.
I will be your bridezilla.
Wait, no, Jennifer, I'm the bridezilla. I want to know. I want to know if you'll be my maid of honor.
Really, 1 year before you decided that? Is that pretty quick?
Oh yeah, I've
this is
known who would be
fascinating.
my maid of honor.
You were so excited
since
to
I was
tell.
like 7.
Okay, cool. Cut to 6 months before the wedding.
Wait, I didn't get to say anything.
Too
That's
bad.
it. It's fast.
It's
It's
my
fast.
wedding.
These are quick. 6 months before the wedding.
Okay, so no,
been-
please tell me what you've done. You said you'd take on so much, so let me know.
I've been to San Rabo as your maid of honor.
What does that mean? That could be so many things.
I swore to you I would get baby's breath,
Yeah.
hydrangeas.
Yes.
And I couldn't do it.
6 months in advance. I don't need it till the day of.
Cut to 3 months before the wedding.
Okay, so I made all the flower arrangements because you said you couldn't. But I was wondering, you did say you wanted to plan the bridal shower and you wanted to do the bachelorette, which is usually maid of honor responsibilities. So
I'm going to combine them together. Bridal shower and bachelorette party.
Oh,
we'll
how
invite
come?
everybody.
Why?
Do both activities.
I hate that.
Let's save time and money, baby.
Cut to 6 weeks before the wedding.
Okay, so luckily Cassandra was able to handle the parties and events. And I already sent out all the invitations, but
I'm so hurt.
oh, it's about you? Yeah, no, that makes sense, Jennifer. No, it's okay.
3 weeks before the wedding.
Okay, so when you said you were going to take my dress for alterations, I thought you meant hemming everything according to my specifications, but now it fits you, which is astonishing.
It's in my color.
White is your color?
1 week before the wedding.
You know what? I thought it would be fun. I thought it'd be fun to just wear what I found around the house. And I do think it would be fun to have you at the event if you wouldn't mind just showing up.
I think I can make that work.
3
I'll
days
check my
before the
schedule.
wedding.
Okay, so everything seems to be, like settled. We have the wedding
I have bad news.
license.
I asked Brad if he had cold feet, and he said they're a little nippy.
It's December. Did you mean about... Why are you talking to my fiance?
I just have to make sure.
No, you don't have to. That's
The
never
night
been...
before the wedding.
I shot him.
That checks out. That checks out. And you know what, Jennifer? That's fine. That's fine. And you know what? I'm just going to let it go. Because why would I even want to get married with you there?
So you're calling it off?
It's done. It's over.
The hour before the wedding.
He's alive? You lied to me?
I wanted to see your reaction, and it was the perfect one. You truly should be together.
I'm so glad I passed the test. Why don't you just take the rest of the day off, okay?
Do I get PTO?
Yes. I will pay you not to be here.
30 seconds before the wedding.
Why are you here?
I couldn't resist. We've been friends since we were 7. Please, I'll zip my lips.
1 hour after the wedding.
You said specifically you would sit and zip your lips. I did not know you would sit on the altar and then just hum the whole time.
I wanted extra front row seats, and I thought I deserved that as your bestest best friend.
1 year after the wedding.
Jennifer.
It's been
Hi.
forever.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I gotta go.
All right, well, I'll see you at Trader Joe's another time.
I hope not.
25 years after the wedding.
Oh.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Your mother was a wonderful influence in both our lives.
Yeah, she put up with you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I saw the funeral on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, we sold all the decorations trying to cover the cost of the funeral.
25 years later. 1,000 years after the wedding.
I take away your life.
I take away your darkness.
Weddings are a stressful, beautiful time.
And honestly, like, I know we were like, ha ha ha, but the stories I could tell of just already my wedding, there have been some wild.
Okay, I want you
things.
to give.
Big letdowns.
I want you to give a. Okay, give me a hook before. This is the story of blank.
I just don't think I can actually tell it because the weddings
real
are
people.
still happening.
Is there anything you can tell us that isn't like defamatory or controversial, but is still interesting about you getting ready for your wedding that you'd feel comfortable sharing?
I don't think there.
Okay, after this. We'll
Yeah,
wait,
give
we'll
it
wait.
give it 25 years.
I am so scared to have a wedding.
Why?
Because I'm scared of being confronted with the small amount of friends that I have.
No, that's the thing is you're not confronted with the small amount of friends you have. You're genuinely confronted with the like most loving people in your life. And it's not like, oh, why isn't everybody here? It's like, oh, look at these wonderful humans that are here and that like love me. Truly, that's like
That's
what
beautiful.
has. Yeah, that's been my biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
There's just been also wild times.
I was confronted with the small amount of friends I had at my wedding.
Were you really?
Yeah, the people that came for me, other than like my immediate family, were like my 3 roommates, and that's all who was at my wedding. That was the.
But
again,
did you have other friends that just didn't come? Or did you just not have friends?
It was up in Seattle, and so like distance-wise.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like kind of
That makes
stings.
sense.
Well, and
But
how
again, it
old
was
were you?
21.
Traveling to Seattle when you're 21, around that
Yeah.
age? Nobody
Yeah.
has money for that.
Ain't nobody got money for that.
Ain't nobody got the money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really just poverty. You were faced with the social injustice of the wealth disparity in
Yeah.
your youth. Am I
And-
right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
And that's when I married the idea that capitalism is bad. And unlike my other marriage, that didn't end in divorce.
I love that for you.
Thanks.
Some things less forever.
Like a hatred for capitalism.
All right, chat. This is a reminder for y'all that if you have any game suggestions, improv characters, or stuff you'd like to see us do, drop them below. But GG, it's another check-in with a TTYTT.
From YT, we've got a suggestion for something similar to 9 out of 10.
Okay, so like at a debate game.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's a strong opinion you have that you think Shae might disagree with?
Interesting.
Honestly, I could never disagree with Shae.
She'd switch her mind immediately.
Shae is the best person on the planet.
That's
Bingo.
perfect. That's perfect.
Literally, there's never been a
You're
greater
gonna play.
person.
I disagree.
You're gonna play a debate game, and because I know you won't participate in this, every time I say switch, you have to switch and take over the argument. You're pro Shae. You are whatever you think about yourself. And every time I say switch, you're gonna switch that perspective. Pro Shae, realistic Shae.
What are you saying?
The debate
So then
is-
I would have to be against Shae if you say switch?
No. The topic of debate is Shae is the best.
Yeah.
You believe that. You don't
Yeah.
believe that. And so you're going to argue your point. Oh, yeah.
And then Shae will have to argue that.
Why she's not. Which is her
Yeah.
honest opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
All
I guess when
right.
I said, you were saying switch, I didn't understand the rules.
Okay.
Here is the debate on whether or not Shae is the best. Jasmine, let's start with you.
Shae McCombs. Lady. Human. Legend. Icon. Shae has been bringing an incalculable amount of joy and laughter and goodness into the world simply by existing.
Counterpoint Shae.
I ghost my friends, and not because I don't love them, but because I have social anxiety.
Back to Jasmine.
Her social anxiety makes her even more relatable because who among us does not have anxiety of some sort? And she even admitted it herself. She loves her friends and she wants to be able to give more than she is already giving, which is so much.
Back to Shae.
I am bad at cooking food, and I know how to make tacos, and I put sesame seed oil on them, and my friend David told me that's an abomination.
Back to Jasmine.
David is not the end all be all of taco making. The fact that you can make tacos and have made tacos, even when you doubt yourself, is incredible.
Back to Shae.
I wish I visited my grandparents more. They need me, and every time I go, they say, "Please come back."
Counterpoint Jasmine.
And every time you do go back. And you know what, Shae? I think we all identify with your grandparents because we all need you. But we just want you as you are.
Back to Shae.
One time in theater class, my theater teacher said, imagine you're in a cave and the water's slowly rising up and there's only one tiny hole and you can only fit one person, and put a coin in front of who that person should be. And then I started crying, and then everyone put the penny in front of me because I was crying and eliciting a pity response. And then everyone else in that circle had to feel like I didn't get a penny, and I regret that moment.
Jasmine, closing arguments.
Again, Shae feels so strongly about the thought of having to pick just one person to put a penny in front of. And her classmates saw, and as someone who went to theater school as well, paid too much money for it. There are not a lot of people who care about other people in theater class, and the fact that Shae was able to have that genuine emotion, her classmates responded to it, and still she is humble enough and kind enough to say, I regret that because I did not want to ask anything of you. Is Shae God? Yes. Is Shae greater than us all, the sum of us all in one? Yes. And she proves it every day.
Shae, there's no more time for closing arguments. I think the argument is clear. Shae is the
Thank
best.
you. I think I will be supported by the TTN UITT. Yeah, no, I will die on that hill.
Did you say TTUTI?
Uh-huh. And I said TTN, and then I forgot the word YouTube.
Yeah.
So I said, UITT.
TT.
UITT.
All right, that was fun. All right, let's check in. Chat reminder: games, suggestions, improv characters, you name it, drop them below. We'll see what we can do. GG with the TTYT.
Okay, we've got a bunch of stuff from TT. Here. This one is a joke, but I think it's also a good story prompt
Okay.
from Buddy Boy. An apple farmer learns a dark secret that shakes him to his core.
Go home, buddy.
All right, here's what we're gonna play. We're gonna play rhyming story, one line at a time.
Okay.
And the way that's gonna set up is you're not gonna rhyme, but you're gonna set up a rhyme for the other person. So, like, if we were saying another story, it's like there once was a dog owner named Max. Max had several six-packs. Something, something, something. So it's not the same rhyme, and then I would set up a new rhyme. So it'd be set up, rhyme, set up, rhyme, set up, rhyme. So we'll all be able to get a chance to go around, and I'll participate.
Love that.
All right. This is the rhyming story of the apple farmer's core. Wait, what was it? Shook to his core? That's what it is. The apple farmer's core. Take it away.
There once was an apple farmer who lived near the city.
He had a lot of problems in his testicular titties.
So to the doctor he went with a twinkle in his eye.
When the doctor came in, he let out a cry.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Because he's an apple farmer.
What a rhyme. And you are scaring me, but hiss, because that's the rhyme I had to do. Was
Yeah, thanks a
hiss.
lot, Shae.
Okay,
The apple farmer yelled, No, don't be afraid.
I haven't eaten any apples today.
Whew, the doctor sighed with relief.
I got really scared, but now I believe.
The doctor sidled up to the farmer with a grin.
I don't see unwellness, but I do detect sin.
What do you mean, the apple doctor, or the apple man, apple farmer, said coyly?
Why, doctor, you have the power to destroy me.
And I shall, and I will, unless you pay the price.
And the price will cost you not once, but thrice.
The apple man opened his bags full of goodies.
And he said, I notice you were looking at these, but wouldn't you rather enjoy my foodies?
The doctor said, no, don't make this weird.
And then he toyed with the apple man's beard.
The FBI was listening in on a wire.
But they didn't know that the apple farmer was really a sire.
I've had 30 children, so I'm quite fertile.
The cop said, we're going in, and jump over a hurdle.
Bang, bang! The door fell down and the gunshots shot.
Turns out the doctor was a government-placed robot.
So the villain, after all, was the farmer, you see.
Because he didn't pay the money, not the cost, not times 3.
We're all the villains in our own story.
And we hoped this shook you to your own Corey. The end.
Oh, nice pun. Apple core.
Apple core.
Apple
Double meaning.
core.
Original
And
suggestion.
and the farmer's name was Corey.
It was Corey.
Apple Corey.
And the doctor's name was Doctor.
Doctor. I forgot the word farmer. Could you tell by the way I said the doctor, the apple doctor, and the apple man?
I love
guy.
Apple Man.
The apple man.
It's
The
like
Apple
Milkman,
Man can.
but Apple Man. It's
The
like,
apple man can.
I do wish
cozy.
there was a door-to-door Apple guy.
yeah, just
I think
leave me
it's
apples.
just like the Postmates. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
specifically for apples.
But I tried to go on DoorDash to get lettuce, and
That's not Postmates.
oh yeah, what's Postmates?
Better.
Is that specifically for groceries?
No.
But it's like an Uber food, DoorDash.
Yeah,
thing. But
it's a DoorDash Uber food.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say DoorDash.
Scandinavian.
It doesn't tell you where it's coming from. It just says lettuce.
Yeah.
So it's like
DoorDash just says lettuce.
Yeah, generic DoorDash lettuce.
Horrifying.
Like, is this a man?
So lettuce man, he's like, finally.
I'm gonna list this on DoorDash.
Yeah.
It's like eBay for food.
Yeah, it's Craigslist.
Because I know you can do like
specific.
specific like grocery stores, but I didn't know there's just like unclaimed lettuce.
Maybe it's a me. Maybe it's like DoorDash without the H. It's like some like scam
DoorDash.
site that I have.
It's a different app.
DoorDash.
DoorDash. It's just pictures of produce, and you're like, lettuce.
Most of them it's just like plastic fruit at the DI. It's like, yeah.
Tasty, crunchy.
Crunchy. All right, chat. This is a reminder. If you have any improv game suggestions, scenes, or characters you'd like us to do, drop it in the chat below. But GG, hit us up with that YTTT.
We just got our daily YouTube request for new choice.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Are there any suggestions that we could use to inspire the scene?
Sure. Let's see.
We should have done.
Oh, from TT Cesar Flores requests pirates.
Pirates. That's
It is
beautiful.
National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
It is?
Happy
Beautiful.
National Talk Like a Pirate
What?
Day to all those who celebrate.
Yarr! All right, that's beautiful. All right, we're going to play the game of New Choice, and in celebration of Talk Like a Pirate Day, your suggestion is Pirates. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Yeah, welcome to Pirate Petey's Pizza Palooza.
Hi, Petey.
New
No.
Pizza.
Yeah. We have pizza here.
I'm trying to feed a party of 12.
New Choice.
I'm looking to buy pepperoni.
New Choice.
Why do you work here?
Oh. That's, it's because I'm so passionate about the pirates.
New
and
choice.
I love the high seas.
New choice.
Have you ever had a crust so thin it felt like a whisper? Whenever I smell a fresh pepperoni pizza, I think to myself, nah, yum. And now I get to think that way every day.
That's so enlightening. I'm looking for passion.
New Choice.
I would love to work here too. I'm
New
desperate.
choice.
Do you know Father Phil Collins?
Oh, yes. Father Phil Collins. He just recently joined the monastery.
I'm going door to door to convert pizza people and other people, anyone who has committed a crime
New
against.
Choice.
How much?
Anyone who's committed a crime. Anyone who has.
Anyone who's kissed beneath the age 18.
New Choice.
Anyone who has cursed at their mother.
New Choice.
Anyone who looks and judges me.
New Choice.
Anyone who has complimented
New choice.
Passive aggressive compliments. Someone who doesn't believe in the sanctity of divorce.
You got me there, lass. I don't believe in the sanctity of divorce. And I appreciate you spreading.
choice.
I love that you feel
New
so.
choice.
Whenever you go around
New
and
choice.
every day.
New choice.
When I got married, I thought to myself, what am I doing?
New choice.
I realized that if I loved someone so much that I would pick them over pizza, that wasn't the lady for me. So I will never get divorced.
New choice.
So I will never get married.
New choice.
I will never give up pizza.
New choice.
I never look at ladies.
And scene. Great job. Yar, yar, yar.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the pizza place that was over by... It was over University Mall.
With the pirate pizza.
Yes!
place. Yes.
Oh, core memory. It got shut down very quickly.
So fast.
Yeah.
And it was a quick pop up and then went down?
No, it was a big building.
It was huge, but they.
It was like, I don't remember what it was called. It was like Pirate Island or something.
I mean, the
And-
business was
something
still
like
muscle.
that.
yeah. And it was inside giant pirate themed, like,
I think it's a chain.
Really?
I think so.
I need to find it.
We should Google it.
I haven't felt alive since then. We like dressed up for my birthday as pirates and went there, but then
Yeah.
people thought we worked there.
It's like a pirate's Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
Yes.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
But
gross.
also no games, really. There were no arcade games.
just the promise of
There's
a
just a
different
ship
world.
wheel on the wall.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
like a ship that we like climbed up on and took a picture, and they were like, "No climbing," and we
Yeah.
were like,
What's the point?
we were like, "It's a ship."
All right, chat. This is another reminder. If you have games, suggestions, characters, things you'd like to see,
it's
chat
called
below.
Long John.
But Gigi, what's with the YTTT?
Kara on TT said something that I think is similar to a game we play sometimes. She said improv and therapy.
Improv therapy.
I have one of those.
You could also get something else if you want.
Oh, let me see. I think there's something there, like a therapy game. I mean, typically there's a musical therapist, but we don't have music here.
Nope.
But we could do rapping therapist. Oh, yeah. Wiki.
What if we both veto it?
That's
Yeah.
Do we have that power?
Power of vote, democracy.
Well,
Yeah, take that, communism.
Each
Or
of you-
wait, no, capitalism. Unrelated.
Well, I don't want to set a precedent, but I will acknowledge your request and acquiesce. But
I don't know the meaning of the
but I
word.
could have. Let's see here. There's got to be a good
Yes.
therapy game.
Yes.
Acqui, maybe.
The only thing that's coming to mind is, like the blot pictures. Where it's just like, what do you see when you see this?
Oh yeah.
But how do you do that in a non-visual medium?
That's funny. Could do that with your shirt.
How about with...
Like that
Non-visual though.
How about this? How about with... Because you know sign language, right?
I know this much sign
But your
language.
hands can be melded into different shapes.
Father.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you.
That's all I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
This is
Church.
bowl.
Poop? Oh.
Bowl.
What does this
Really?
mean?
I don't know. That looks like a turkey to me, but I'm not trying to be insensitive
Oh,
on
shoot.
here.
But this means bullcrap.
Yeah.
Interesting. Someone.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll talk about it. I think I might have censored something that
Go
didn't
like
need to be
this.
censored.
This is
Let me
the
show you
ABCs. I gave up halfway through, but I can do the ABCs.
High five. Turkey.
High five. Oh wait, no. Knuckles. Snowman.
Oh, that's
Knuckles. TIE fighter. I got many of
Maybe
those.
this is the game.
High five. The jellyfish. Just kidding. Give me a hug. Bigger jellyfish. Yeah, these are
Any
dumb.
more?
Yeah.
And we both have to
High
send at least 3
five.
more.
Snail.
No, it's Knuckles.
Oh,
and then you go snail.
dang
Knuckles.
it.
Stick shift.
Crash.
Keep going. Make up some.
Knuckles. Boobs.
That's good.
That's really
High
good.
five.
Good.
A bird. Like feathers.
Yeah,
That's all I
So
got.
you make up one.
No, yeah, you go first.
Oh, I just have this one. High five. Windshield wiper. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, okay, I got one. High five. Married for eternity. Gotcha. You're mine.
All right, your turn.
Knuckles. Boom, 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 boom. That's all I got. It's just a handshake.
Okay, Shae, your turn.
Okay. Knuckles. Fake thumbs up.
Oh, I just saw something. Knuckles. Open the chimney. It's Santa.
Oh, wait, I got one.
Yeah.
High five. Toilet. Flush.
Oh, that's
That was
good.
really good.
Yeah.
All right, one more from each of you.
Okay.
Knuckles. Idea. It's a light bulb.
Okay.
It was not.
I like that. Knuckles.
Oh, diarrhea.
Great job. End game.
Do that one to your enemies for the ultimate disrespect.
So
I hope Biden does that to Putin. Knuckles.
comment 1 out of 10 how valuable you felt that was to your life, and if you will use one of them again.
I'm editing that
This-
tomorrow.
This one was I lived in Seattle when I was in preschool. We went to a Lutheran preschool. They were really great. I learned this thing. Here is the chimney. Here is the top. Open the lid. Out Santa will pop.
Wow.
Freaky.
Yeah, we're just there.
It
That's
is
the thing.
a more realistic way for Santa to get in if you don't have a chimney.
Yeah, you just
But sewers do
the
connect.
chimney. No, this is still a chimney.
Oh.
Here is the sewer. Here is the sewer grate. Open the lid. It's the Ninja Turtles.
We live in Seattle. Housing is small, so he slips down the sewers because Santa is tall. And up in your toilet, he gets up his beard. So if he's covered in crap, do not be afeared. Merry Christmas, kids!
You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. Santa Claus is coming up your towers.
Oh, dang it.
Oh,
Your
man.
sewers.
One of the
close.
funniest distinctions of Santa is that, according to the lore,
Yeah.
he sees you when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
He knows when you're awake.
But he doesn't see you.
But he doesn't
can't.
know you when you're awake. He sees, so when you're asleep, he's like, oh, there she is. It's like a T-Rex. There's Jasmine. And then the second you wake, you disappear. And he's like, I know she's awake.
That's how he knows.
Because, oh, that's right.
Because the vision goes away.
Yeah.
You must
He's like,
be
I
awake.
can't see her. She must be awake.
She must be awake.
Yeah, Santa's powers. That's interesting. That's good. So it's really just one power.
Yeah.
He can see you when you're sleeping, but the second you wake up, disappears.
And that's how he knows when you're awake.
That's how we
Yeah.
know. It's time to find. Oh, she's awake.
Dang.
You want to know how badly I wanted Santa to be real?
Yeah.
bad?
I said, "Dear Santa, are you real?" Like asking my crush, and then I wrote yes or no, circle one,
For in a letter.
because I was trying to
I-
trick him. I was like, if he circles no, I'll know he's real anyway.
Did you get any answer?
Oh yeah, my mom wrote a whole thing. She was like, "You're a good girl."
Now stay in the church.
I set up a trap for like Santa. Like I set out a secret note because we had this ornament that could open up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wrote a note and I put a thing of Certs mints in it because my mom used to always buy the big packs
Oh, yeah.
of Cert mint. So I was like, that's his gift.
Yeah.
So I put the Certs mint and the note that was like, hey Santa, I know you're real. Sorry for doubting, but like if you are real, please take these mints. So I know. And I told my sister, but I did not tell my parents. And the next morning, open it up, certs are still in there, notes still in there. And I was the biggest poo-poo face the whole day. And because they, sign the cards like, from Santa, whatever. And I'd be like, oh, this present's from Santa. To the point that my dad pulled me aside and was like, hey, so we know Santa's not real, but the spirit of Santa is real. So let's just kind of tone it
chill.
down.
It's still a present.
Yeah. And I was like,
You're like, oh.
yeah. I was like, the lies. And my poor sister, she felt so torn because I had told her, and my parents didn't know that Hillary knew, but they were like, do you know where Jasmine hid it? And she was
Yeah.
like, no, because she wanted me to know. But she was like, I don't want her to lose her sense of wonder. She's a good big sister.
That's sweet.
Yeah, but
But
Anyway.
you're
I
like,
told my
"Are these
daughter
presents even
immediately
real?"
that it wasn't real.
how immediately?
Like the second she asked.
Oh.
Like I think like 3 or 4. I was like, of course not. Of course not. But we'll still get presents and it's still really cool. And then her first sharing day in kindergarten, she told everybody, she's like, Santa's not real. And everyone's like, ah!
I love her.
But
Anarchist.
again, I'm like, that sort. I know, like, there's different opinions on this, right? But
Yeah.
that sort of level of cognitive dissonance of just being like, your parents telling you, oh, for sure, and you should be good. Me personally, as a parent, I was just like, I would rather just be like, Santa's a fun character, and it's so fun, and like, it's
The
fun.
spirit of
it's
Santa
fun
is
to believe,
real.
and it's
Yeah.
cool. And some of my kids still choose to believe. I'm like, awesome. I've done my duty. If you still want to have that spirit, go for it.
Yeah.
But I just feel it's
love
better
that.
than like, because like to learn that stuff isn't. It's like, oh my gosh, you're like.
What else are you lying about?
My mom told me after my dad died, she was like, also, Santa's not real.
Oh no.
Shay.
Shae,
Because-
he was Santa, and now he's gone.
Because she was like, well, we can't afford as nice of presents. So I think she's trying to be like,
It's not because Santa thinks you are bad.
Yeah.
It's because
yeah,
the economy.
It's not because Santa doesn't like you anymore.
Yeah.
because
That
your
always
dad's
bothered
dead.
me as a child because
Yeah.
I always wanted a Barbie Jeep, like
Yeah.
the little kid Barbie Jeep drive, the one you could drive. And I
Yeah.
asked Santa every year. And I was always like, how come so-and-so down the road got one and she was rude to me?
Yeah.
But I'm a delight. And I haven't gotten a Barbie Jeep. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, awesome! Well, thanks so much for tuning in to Improv Every Day with Zach A. What
Is
did I
it
say?
over?
Yeah, and then we're gonna do the Shae recap on TT. thanks so much for watching. Make sure you tune in, usually most days at 12 p.m. MST. If you're on TT, stick around. But until then, never stop improvising. See you later. Bye.
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 All right.
I love this part.